Hi, my name is Sarah Singleton, and I'm going to be discussing how color psychology affects our mind throughout history, the colors that are used in marketing, video games, and also how it affects our environment and our emotions. So, color psychology is the study of hues that affects our human behavior and emotions. In ancient times, Egyptians used color, minerals, stones, and crystals, dyes as remedies. Egyptians utilized the sunlight as well as color for healing. Now, Aristotle, he discovered by mixing two colors together, a third is created. He did this with yellow and blue, and with a piece of glass, he brought together and produced green. Aristotle also discovered that light travels in waves. Now, Isaac Newton, he discovered that by using light in the prism, that is what separates all the colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Perceive color. Light receptors within our eyes transmits the messages to the brain. So if we're looking at an orange, for example, the wavelength of the light goes straight into our retina, and it changes when the cones are activated to tell us how it's perceived by the light, telling us that the orange is indeed orange. As mentioned before, color psychology is the study of hues determined by human behavior. Now look at the pictures on the screen. You see different actors and actresses, but with each picture there is a different hue of color. How does each color make you feel? And see how each hue captures a different perception from the next. Change our mood and influence. Here are some examples how colors can change one perception. Every color has a positive and a negative trait. For example, blue can make you feel calm, but it can also be a color of sadness, as orange can be a color of energy, but it also can be a color of, and physically perceive millions of colors, but we don't recognize all of these colors the same way. Some people can't even see different colors, and so-called color blindness, due to a defect or absence of the cells in the retina that are sensitive to high levels of light. Remember, the cones. Marketers use color psychology every day, to the advertisements you see on TV to how merchandise is displayed on shelves. Colors influence arousal, which in turn influence the number of purchases behaviors, as known as the purchase. Color can even depict how long you would feel you should stay in a store. Marketing uses color to manipulate our minds. For example, visual exposure to either color blue or green evokes similar perceptions of eco-friendliness. Look at the chart below to see all the other colors that can affect you. Does marketers use color to catch your eye? They also use it to disguise the truth. A recent study shows when bad behavior is described against a red background, consumers view the behavior less negatively. This is an example of how you can hide something in clear sight. Games use color to model emotion, and when players are playing games in virtual environments. Darker, less hue resembles negative valence, such as fear, stress, shyness, maybe sadness. And positive valence resembles joy and excitement. Our lower in hue results in unchanged emotions. Studies proves people tend to have more emotion to bright color video games rather than dark or unsaturated ones. Rapid movement correlates with bright color games, and slower movement correlates with darker color video games. More unsaturated games are aimed for more mature audiences, and more colorful games that eliminate brightness and a spectrum of hues are aimed for younger to everyone audiences. For example, Super Mario is for young, Left 4 Dead is for mature, and Final Fantasy is aimed for teens. Children with ADHD and other learning disabilities may have an effect with color. Although we all view color differently, color still gives off different types of energy, in which why learning environments are so important in the classroom and at home. A test was conducted to see whether blue or red would affect the child. Results concluded blue had a more calming effect. Results does not affect either girl or boy and are more likely to progress calming changes in even the adult years. Studies reviewed that shown colors can lead to better memory performance. There are, however, studies that indicate opposing effects to color and memory, but with the right combination, color is important because it can produce higher levels in contrast, which may influence memory retention. According to Brizy.com, the data showed that a red ink pen is the best ink to use when memorizing anything. On average, when you're trying to memorize numbers in a black pen, students can only memorize 4.1 numbers. But when they're trying to memorize it in a blue pen, they can only remember about 4 numbers. We all know colors trigger our emotions. Yet our emotions attract environment attributes. For example, for someone who is depressed, they are less likely to dress in a bright yellow or orange dress. They're probably going to wear something that's gray, black, dark blue, or regular blue. So basically, our emotions depict the colors we view in our environment. We are drawn from colors in our emotions, possibly the shade of green and orange for enlightenment, or the black and blue strap for despair, or the red lipstick and shirt that represents her rage, to even the light blue color as a dreamer. You see, color gives off energy, and they give off energy for a reason. If it's not the way we are feeling, it's the way we were wanting to feel. It could be the vivid shades of youth, or it could be the shades of peace, but surrounding our mood and focused behavior, color has an effect on it.